Walking Whiskey Mountains. We are out in Big Cottonwood Canyon on the Butler Fork Loop. I haven't been on this one, but I figured it's real pretty for some fall leaves. So what the heck, right? So this fall, what did I just get my hands on and I'm super excited for? Knob Creek 18. So the Knob Creek 18 year, obviously 18 year age stated, it is 100 proof, but also it is their 30th anniversary bottle, which is really cool, a 30th anniversary like release celebration sort of thing. So let's get it in the glass. So the spot I have found is really nice. I'm right on this tree, but it's also right on the trail. So I'll probably have to pause a lot. But I've got the Knob Creek 18 here in the glass. So this bottle is 100 proof. At MSRP, I think it's right around 170. I got mine for about 200. That is the most I have ever spent on a bottle. That's a good chunk of money. Yeah. Let's get into it. Definitely getting more of a floral. We'll probably do an outdoor-indoor taste on this one because it is a very special release, and I definitely think I'll probably be affected in this environment. Normally I think it's best to try and taste it in a more open spot, a little further away from trees and leaves and everything affecting the smell, but you get what you get. You're on a trail. Check this out. The aspen leaves are just going to town. That's my favorite. Salud. Honestly, still really good outdoors. Obviously, very oak forward. If you don't like oak, you're not going to like Knob Creek 18. But I don't think it is overly drying and tan. It does have a little bit of that, of course. It has some of that. I actually kind of like that. I like that it's not particularly sweet. But for me, there is just like a bit of creaminess and like this bit of fruit. Indoors, I was kind of getting like strawberry. We'll see if I get that later on when I try this again indoors. But out here is just kind of a generic, some kind of fruitiness, basically. But I think what's really impressive about the Knob Creek 18 is the finish. It's 100 proof, and yet that flavor just keeps going and going. Let's go for another sip. Trail talk. It is fall in Big Cottonwood Canyon. We are out on Butler Fork Loop. Normally this would actually be like 7.5 to 8 mile hike. I'm not doing all that today, not with filming and with it being pretty crowded. But it is beautiful. The first part is real steep though, not gonna lie. So now I'm going back downhill. I only went a couple miles up, so just a couple miles down. But it's amazing. Lots of aspen trees here, which is why I wanted to come here, because I love the aspens in fall. I love that yellow. And just the sound of them. I hope you can hear it right now. As the wind is going through them, you can hear the leaves. It's awesome. I love it. So I did do a hike with this bottle. Don't know if that footage is going to come out or not. It was, all the settings were weird on my camera, so we'll see. But if it doesn't, Walking Whiskey Mountain. Meh, we stick to our shit shows here. So this is actually aired out for a bit now. I did try it outdoors, but there was, like where I was, there was a lot of people going by and stuff, so I just didn't have it in me to try and let it air out and keep pausing, recording and everything. So we're doing an indoor tasting, but now it's been actually sitting in the glass for a bit. This glass is kind of dirty, not gonna lie. This is an indoor glass. Never let your husband do the dishes. As you can see, I got home from the hike, set this up. I've not showered yet, So my own smell might affect this smell. We'll see. Smells like oak. Lots of oak. And a bit of cinnamon. I feel like that's kind of the other thing. And I mean, but you still get that Knob Creek profile, that nuttiness. And honestly, it's got like a pretty good nose for being, yet again, for only being 100 proof. For me, oftentimes 100 proof can be a bit lackluster. So this does come off a bit stronger than that. Like on the nose, you might guess it was a higher proof. Oh man, when you let it air out, it is so good. In fact, like I would say like any dryness that kind of comes off at first isn't really there so much. I mean, obviously you're getting the oakiness, you're getting the nuttiness, but again, you're getting like the cinnamon and fruit, kind of almost like a kind of Christmassy note actually in a way, kind of like a mulled spice sort of note, and like a cherry. The first time I had this, I felt like I was getting kind of a strawberry, but I feel like it's got like a dark cherry sort of thing going on. Oh, really nice. This is good. This is really good. I mean, anybody who knows me and knows how much I love Knob Creek isn't surprised that I really enjoy this. I like, my thing about it too is it's got a pretty nice depth of flavor. Again, only being 100 proof. And the finish really does carry on. Wow. It's a pretty impressive whiskey. Yeah, the mouth feels kind of meh. It does come off watered down and 100 proof. But like, this finish is still going. Like, I still feel like kind of a heat in my mouth and some of that flavor lingering. I'm running out of like storage space on the camera. I'm distracted by it. But I really, really enjoy this bottle, which I'm glad because I spent a good penny on it. As far as whether it's worth it, I think if you enjoy Knob Creek, if you enjoy older bourbons, I think it is worth it at MSRP. I don't totally think it's worth hunting for, to be honest, unless you're just like a hardcore Knob Creek fan. It is, you know, this 30th anniversary special release, so I think that's kind of special about it. And part of the price does come with a really beautiful box that I did not feel like hiking with, but I'm not into the Booker's boxes or other containers, but love this box. Love that little plaque. But I mean, this is the most I've ever spent on a bottle. It is very difficult for me to say any bottle is worth this much money. So I think you have to like oakier whiskeys, and you have to really like Knob Creek, you know, and I think part of the value of this is that 30th anniversary sort of thing. You know, if you enjoy Jim Beam products, you're probably going to enjoy this. But if you don't tend to like oaky things, this isn't for you. Like, you're not going to like this. For sure, the very primary note is oakiness. It's not overly drying like some oaky stuff. We did try this with an Elijah Craig 18 when we first opened it, and it blew the Elijah Craig 18 out of the water. So if you think the Elijah Craig 18 is worth it, then this is definitely going to be worth it to you. I think it is better. And that Elijah Craig 18 was a gift and something we actually really enjoy. But this definitely knocked it out of the park. The finish is just so good. I think that's what really makes it. But, you know, honestly, Knob Creek 12 at 100 proof for like 50, 60 bucks is better value. Any single barrel 120 proof, you know, 9 to 11, 12 years, whatever you can find nowadays, that's going to be a better value. Like, if you're between one or the other, you're newer to Knob Creek or whatever, and maybe you do have the budget to spend on a $180 whiskey, which is fucking insane, your better value would be the Knob Creek 12 or a single barrel, for sure. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm not mad that I spent this much money on this whiskey. I love Knob Creek, so that makes sense. But this is a lot of money for me to spend on a whiskey. I am not in that budget park kind of thing. So this was a tough one to do, but I'm happy I did it. And I'm so glad I have this bottle. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you do get your hands on one of these, let me know what you think. Let me know how you liked it and whether you thought it was really worth that price. For you, I feel like this is one of those ones that it's kind of iffy if it's totally worth that price. But it is a delicious pour, so Thanks for joining me on Whiskey Mountains. Salud. Fly is really liking my donut. Stay away from my donut. Just flicking ants. Kids are coming. Ah. Sorry, Nick. Doo-doo-be-doo-be. I'm so tired. That hike was intense. Whatever. Fuck it. Blah, blah, blah. Could you just repeat yourself a little bit more, please? Maybe more redundancy. That's what everybody's looking for in their whiskey reviews, right?